before yesterday, on Thursday, and they're the wrong brake pads. But realized that our brake pads are not bad. It's just the driver's side, when we took that off, the tire off, and the brake pads off, and the rotor, found that the driver's side inside of the rotor had a couple rings of rust where the brake pad was not touching the rotor at all, other than a little bit in the middle. So there was only maybe an inch in the middle of the brake pad that was actually touching the rotor. So it's why we got ABS brake light, or ABS light on, service electric brake system, because it's not touching completely the pad to the rotor because there was rust there. So use the little grinder with a sanding wheel and level it all out to replane it. Well, that was really unsmart. Pickup truck just turned right out in front of that 18-wheeler, which the 18-wheeler didn't even have a blinker on, so but I did that. So I was cleaning dust out of my nose and everything all day yesterday and the day before, so but the brake pads we bought on Marketplace, that I ran the part number and all of that stuff to make sure they were the correct ones, and ended up the person gave us another set of them that were used and for a Chevy pickup, instead of the ones that was trying to get, or that wanted, that were still in the plastic, brand new, and had the right part number that matched, and they were the same ones that we need for the Jeep. So went and got them, and he gave us the other ones that did not fit the Jeep instead, and that were used instead of brand new in the plastic. But we gotta come up with enough to get the tires all swapped on the grounds, so we can pass the inspection, because that's the only thing that won't pass the inspection when we have to go for that. Because up here in Maine, in the United States, they have inspections on vehicles, so they turn around and we have to have a certain amount of tread and everything on all of your tires. One of ours it's been the same amount of tread for almost a whole year now, but it's just low on the outside for tread, so it won't pass inspection like that, so we need to put a different tire on. And all of the tires that are the same size as what's on the Jeep are the same way, if not worse. So we have a set of 5 tires for the Jeep, with 4 to go on and 1 for full size spare. And with that, it's going to cost $80 to $90 to get them put, the 4 of them put on rims and balanced, which they got to balance them because it's a little bit of a different size of tire, so they got to make sure it's all balanced and all of that. So we're $80 to $90 for that. That we're $50 less of. So kind of been stressed straight out trying to figure that out to get enough so that we can get all the tires put on the rims that have the actual tire sensors, because the tire sensors are actually the valve stem where you put the air in. And on the Jeep now there's 2 of them that are not with the sensor, so we get an exclamation mark on the dash for the tire sensor notification on the dash, because there's not that sensor on the 2. So with that, I'm trying to get so all 4 have the sensor. So hopefully it will get rid of that light on the dash. And then there's the barn that I was talking about that fell completely. When doing that will get rid of that light on the dash. And then also we have the catalyst converters in the rear drive shaft, which if we do the rear drive shaft, that will get rid of the notification for the electric brake system as well, because with that the electric brake emergency brake will actually work, and all of that. We'll get rid of the check engine light because there won't be a notification about the catalyst converters not working correctly, because there's a part in it from the motor when they changed the motor that fell down into the exhaust. So have all of that off the other Jeep that I showed a video of moving around the other Jeep and stuff, the tan one, so we could do. We got the registration done on this one, which when you guys see this one, you'll most likely see the video from that, where I went on a long rant for quite a while, pretty much the whole day, about being very aggravated about that process and all of that. What a yard sale blocking the whole road. Must be nice, because we have yard sale and it doesn't be nothing like that shows up to ours, but we don't have ours right on the side of the road either. Ours back off the road a little bit and in a tent. On this one, 2 of them at least. very nice one that's free in Lewiston, and the only thing is you gotta get towed. And with that, actually there was one that was a fifth wheel hitch, so it goes into the back bed of a pickup truck. We'll hook it up, which we don't have that. It'd be nice if we did. It's not hard to set that up on a regular pickup truck either, but because I've even welded one on to the frame of a pickup truck, and it worked great. But that's actually back when I first learned how to weld. I did that. Place that I was living at in Florida in a camper, the guy needed a fifth wheel hitch welded to, or put on his pickup truck. And with that, I learned, he gave me the stuff, showed me how to use it, and goes, there you go. Here's a bunch of stuff to practice, or some metal to practice on and practice with, and then once I okay it, then you can weld the hitch to the frame, or the mount for the hitch to the frame. So we welded it and put bolts in it to the frame. And then even cut the spot out in the back bed of the truck, and when did that, turn around and made it into a little hatch so that you can open it and close it, so if you were putting stuff in the back of the pickup, you still could without it being catching on the hitch. Fifth wheel, gooseneck, whatever you want to call it. Both are the same exact thing. So Camden is left, Appleton's left. Well, Camden, yeah, is left. Back that way a ways. Union and Hope and stuff. Pretty sure we're still in Hope, but back that way is turning left would take to Appleton from Union. braking though, now that I did that, on that side at least. I gotta do the passenger side still. But the goal was to swap the brake pads and the rotors, because we got brand new rotors at the house. So the goal was to be able to swap them on the front. And kind of hard to do that when brake pads that got are not the right ones. And stop, because people don't like to stop coming out of there. It's weird because you would think straightaway has the right of way. It's how it's supposed to be, but they don't have it as that there. They have it as coming off from that other road has the right of way. Basically everybody that I've talked to about the inspection stuff, everybody's like, well, we haven't had one for blah 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 years and this and that, and it's like, I would rather be safe than sorry. I'd rather have it done than not, because I don't like dealing with any of the cops or anything. No cops, no sheriffs, no state troopers, none of them. I don't like dealing with them, so if I can do it before and not have to deal with them at all because of it, then I'd rather do it. Type of thing that shouldn't have to, but like I was watching a video earlier this morning, it's kind of a good thing, because there are people out there that just don't even, oh, they're from Chicago. Jeep in front of us from Chicago. I'd rather, there's people out there that do not do any maintenance to their vehicle. I've seen somebody that does a video on different little shorts and stuff that people put about their vehicles and stuff like that happened to their vehicles, and there was this one video that they played of a woman that she was like, oh, I knew I needed to change my brakes and stuff for like a month or so now. I keep saying that I need to get my brakes done, but she goes, I stopped at this place I pulled over to take a call, a business call, and went to go back up, and when I went to go back up, I heard a clunk and ting-ting sound, and she goes, my brake pad was on the ground, and I had no brakes when I went to go back up. So, and then the people like that with the headlights out and stuff, and some people just do not care to do the regular maintenance to their vehicles and check on stuff like that, or tires, or anything. Some people just don't care to, so having an inspection to do where a licensed inspection, state licensed inspection garage has to check your vehicle every year or two. Some places it's every 2 years instead of every year, which that would be awesome if it was changed up here to every 2 years at least. But it's kind of a good thing because then that regular maintenance that should be done has to be done. Funny because my Google reviews are doing really good. I'm getting like anywhere to 4,000 to 10,000 views on my reviews on Google of like the heart doctor that's over here, dermatology, all of that stuff, the updates I did, and different reviews that I do on the places that we go on GPS and everything, and updating addresses and everything on GPS. I've been getting anywhere from 4,000 to 10,000 reviews or views on it. Oh, that one's just the out one. I keep going in that one, thinking that it's the in one. And I gotta park all the way back here because these ones have an opening to go straight through. There's one. There's another. And there we go. And we're here. And here we go. On the way. If I can move without hitting people or vehicles and all of that stuff.
Please don't.
Good boy, Bubba's. What he's been here chilling. I know, Bubba's on our way home. I know, Bubba's. Good boys. start taking tires off of Jeeps and off of rims, and making sure they're all cleaned up, ready to put tires on. If anything, might just put tires on even at the same time. Then just have to get them balanced and on the Jeep. Should have checked the oil before leaving there, but whatever we go.
Why is it not shifting?
Because I'm not going fast enough for it to. And then it just shifted, and now I gotta slow down because of the light. Which those people just ran a red light.
Drive.
If I wasn't, we wouldn't have been moving when I went to go move.
Well, it seemed like we were like neutral or something.
That's why I said.
I don't want to say it, but
That's why I said if it was not in drive, then it wouldn't have moved because it would have been neutral, and it wouldn't move if I was in neutral. It would have just revved up. That's it. Should ask how much they are to switch tires on the inside.
probably a lot.
Normally it's not that bad. Normally it's anywhere to like $20, which is what Gino does, because that's why it's 80. And then $10 more if he has to sand them down or whatever, grind them down, do the rust or whatever, or beadlock on the rims,
Why are we stopping? It's a green light.
because
Yep.
it just turned.
Morning.
Tire warehouse. They normally do pretty cheap. Buy 3, get 1 Cooper. Yeah. that window plastics around here.
The what?
The window plastic
Okay.
is right here in Rockland. And could pick it up while we're here.
Do they still have it?
They did. It's on Marketplace, and I can't use my phone without Wi-Fi. And had Wi-Fi there. I'll turn in up here and see if I can. Cause they gave me the address, so I'll see if they still have it. Turn in here so I can use my phone. Real quick. Crazy, wild behavior of people.
Sorry.
Waiting to hear back from somebody because there's something that we can use for this winter that's here in the area, but it'll on Marketplace, and since we're right here, we can pick it up and be able to go back home with it.
That's supposed to be our green light.
It's green light. There's a green on my side of the light. The other set, it has an arrow for green, and it's green for regular green because it's for
Come on, before our light
if
turns
people
red.
are coming that we can all go, but if people are not coming, then we can. I'll just pull up to the front.
I don't know what to do.
Well, it was something, so let's pull up to the front so then we can run in.
I want something for me and you to like.
Oh, it is a Chevy Tesla thing.
Stay right here, babe.
Yeah, I'm shutting it off because there's smoke coming out.
Turn left onto Birch Street. In 600 feet, turn left onto Cedar Street.
Alright.
I was, but I was making sure they didn't swerve back into the road again.
Take the next left onto Cedar Street, then turn right onto Pine Street.
Hopefully GPS takes us the right way.
Hopefully you're going the right way.
Take the next right onto Pine Street, then turn right onto Warren Street.
Marketplace, shuffle, found a couple things in the area, so.
Take the next right onto Warren Street, then turn left onto North Main Street.
Got boy bops, I know. Got a couple stops to make while we're in the area.
Take the next left onto North Main Street. In a quarter mile, turn right onto Rankin Street.
good thing I stopped. Whole line of traffic here.
Go, 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 go.
There we go.
Continue straight to stay on Rankin Street. Then your destination will be on the right.
Hopefully this is good. Yeah. Almost to the first one. I think it's gonna be right here. Yep, right there.
Where?
Alright, be right back. Now, on to the next one, which is 1 minute away. See if it's still there. Good boy, Babs.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Broadway. At the light, turn left onto Broadway. In 800 feet, turn left onto Talbot Avenue.
And it's going to be up here, on the left,
On your side, not mine.
Willow. That's not it.
Take the second left onto Talbot Avenue, then your destination will be on the right.
Shows that one.
Your destination is on the right.
And by the looks, it's not. Yep, there it is. And here we are. And now we got a Jeep load. We got plastic for the windows, and I found a 55-inch TV for free.
Go.
But it'll found a 55-inch flat screen TV with remote and power cord for free.
Continue on Talbot Avenue for 3/4 of a
So,
mile.
get home, see if it works. Yeah, we got a couple balls on our windshield wiper from a tree. I don't know if everybody can see them down there. A couple balls on the windshield. Emily's Way. Good boy, puppies. Good thing I looked on there before we left.
Why?
Because we wouldn't have seen the TV, it would have been gone. Instead of being able to get it while we're here.
Whoa.
On the top of the mountain. Look at that, everybody. Look at those views of the
1,000
mountains.
feet, turn right onto Old County Road.
I would love to live on top of that hill.
For somebody that's afraid of heights.
Turn right onto Old County Road.
I am
Hey,
scared.
they got a surfboard.
I am scared of heights.
Come on.
Which way are we going?
Right?
Nice and track down your
Continue on Old County Road for 1 mile.
thing takes from complete one side to the other of the Jeep, so that's why I didn't want to put it in the back seat, because then Morty wouldn't have any space.
At the light, turn left onto Maine 17 West Lakeview Drive.
There we go. Now on the way back to the house.
This kid thinks he's so cool because he has a. Come on, go! Stop thinking, go.
There we go. Somebody walking across the road. view you have of like mountains, any landscape at all, the better the view you have from your home, the more tax you have on the property tax.
I think it's stupid.
It's like might as well call it the scenery tax. So the better the scenery around that you can view from your home, more property tax you pay. A lot of people have the high beams on during the day. Well, granted, it's overcast, so a lot of people have their headlights on, but then having their high beams on, even on that, kind of doesn't make sense. The messed up thing that I found when we registered the Jeep, the final icing on the cake after we did it and was about to walk out the door of the town office, the guy goes, yeah, it takes me anywhere, I do reports once a week for all of the registrations I turn in. Once a week I'm supposed to, but it depends on how many people register their vehicle at a time, or vehicles at a time, or anything. Your registrations, it depends on between that and how busy I am. The once a week that I do the report to turn into the state and everything for the registrations, depending on how busy I am, it could take anywhere to a month or even 2 months for it to be entered into the system for the state that you registered your vehicle. He's like, so my best suggestion is to just go the speed limit. It's like, really? It does not matter if you do the speed limit or not. If you have license plates on your vehicle, their little scanners in the front and back of their cruisers scan it and it does not come through. Ew, got a bug on top of the windshield. Their scanners scan it and it does not show up as for, it was like 10 to 15 blocks, city blocks, they followed me for, because I had no traffic infractions the whole time. So they had no reason to pull me over, but then they waited until I pulled over into a store to check my phone, and then they turned around and initiated a stop when I was already stopped. After 10 to 15 city blocks that they followed me. So, which up here, they're not supposed to be able to follow you for more than like 5 blocks in the city. Sticker is no good, and they're on the windshield where they put it for, say it's 6 months past due. They'll give you a separate ticket or separate charge for every month that it's past due, instead of doing one for having it past due. They do it for a different one they add on for every month. But then if the inspection sticker is no past due and you scrape it off your windshield, then they'll give you only one charge for not having one, and that's it, instead of, which is like a $150, $200 fine or whatever. And then it's pretty well the same amount as that they will put for every month that it's passed. So say it's a year behind, they'll times that by 12. Of people, they just scrape it off instead. lot, they'll walk down, they'll park their car somewhere, they'll walk down one side picking up cans and bottles in one bag or whatever, and then trash in the other, and then they'll come back on the other side to where their car is. They'll come back up the road picking up the trash and cans and bottles. And if you separate them like that while you're picking them up, then you can take the cans and bottles and take them to a redemption for 5 cents each, and every trash bag's pretty well $5. So if you turn around and get a trash bag, you're making $5 doing it. You get more than that, every one is 5, so it multiplies. Some people make $100 a day just doing that. those up now.